We started coming in the fall of 1973. I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. One of my first memories would have been one of the first times we came to church, and we had this crazy idea of having, or they did, of greeting people that you're sitting next to. I had never done that in church, ever. And we got lucky to sit by Earl and Evelyn Krecklow, longtime members at PCM. And they made us feel so much at home. We just talked about it after we went home and thought this is really the place for us. It was family. It was like we were part of a group of people that got together every Sunday. Yeah, we worshiped. We were followers of Jesus, but it's the camaraderie, the family atmosphere that probably kept us going in times that got a little rough. When you're a little kid and you go to Sunday school, you learn this is the church, this is the steeple, open up all the doors. These are the folks that made us stay, the people. I was raised in a family that church was a big thing for us. And my mom and dad didn't have much, but they did not miss making donations to their church, no matter what they had to do. I remember as a kid, some years they probably gave a dozen eggs away because we lived on the farm and they just didn't have any money. So I guess my mom and dad have always taught me that number one, the tithe is important. And I know that's a word that doesn't get thrown around much in terms of giving. But we have always tried. I think it's just something that, in my own opinion, it's what we have to do. It's not just the biblical sense of what we need to do, but we need to provide for the help that this church needs to do the kind of programming and kind of mission work that they do. So I've had people in this church say, when do you think this church is going to die? I said, I hope never. But that's kind of up to us and those that come after us, whether this church is going to survive or not. And a big piece of that is to make sure that there's a building here for all of these little people that show up. And if you don't have that nucleus, I guess, if you will, then you probably aren't going to have a church. Building does not make a church. I used to preach this, Rod and I used to preach this in Sunday school. The building itself is not the church. It's the people inside the building that are the church. And it's people that you may not even know today that are going to be members here 50 years from now and are going to have a viable community here. I hope that happens. I know historically, and as the society is moving into different directions, and mainline churches, this one included, are losing members. It's tough to see that. It's tough to see that people don't think that that's an important part of their life. But from our standpoint, I will be making a gift. I have not stopped making building fund contributions because we didn't have a campaign. I have continued to do that, and we will continue to do that in a significant way going forward. And I would like to think that most all of our members would take that attitude, that there's a significant reason to continue to help pay for the building, help pay for the future. It's like planting a tree.